Have you ever found yourself daydreaming about the smallest country in the world? I mean, it's fascinating, right? Picture this, a tiny speck on the map, a place that's so small you could probably walk its entire length in just a few hours. Well, let me introduce you to Vatican City, the world's smallest independent state, nestled right in the heart of Rome, Italy. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait, isn't that where the Pope lives? And yes, you're absolutely right. But there's so much more to this little enclave than just being the Pope's backyard. Let's dive into some fun facts. Vatican City covers an area of just about 44 hectares, which is roughly 110 acres. To put that into perspective, it's about 0.2 square miles. That's smaller than Central Park's smallest section. Can you imagine a whole country fitting into a space that tiny? It's like if you took your average neighborhood and turned it into an entire nation. And speaking of nations, Vatican City is also unique in that it's the only country that is entirely surrounded by another city, Rome. You can literally walk from the bustling streets of Rome into this serene, sacred space without even realizing you've crossed an international border. Now, let's talk about its population. Vatican City is home to around 800 residents. But here's the kicker. Only about 450 of them are actual citizens. The rest are usually clergy, members of religious orders, and some employees who work there. So, it's a bit like a small village, but with a whole lot of influence. It's the spiritual and administrative center of the Roman Catholic Church, which is a big deal considering there are over 1 billion Catholics around the globe. The Pope, currently Pope Francis, serves as both the spiritual leader and the head of state. That's a pretty powerful combo, right? You might be wondering how a place so small can wield such influence. Well, it's all about the history. Vatican City became an independent state in 1929 after the Lateran Treaty was signed between the Holy See and Italy. Before that, the Papal States, which included large territories in Italy, were under the control of the Pope. But as Italy unified in the 19th century, the Pope lost a lot of his land and power. The Vatican was established as a way to preserve the spiritual authority of the Pope and provide a safe haven for the Catholic Church. And let's not forget about the art and architecture. When you step into Vatican City, it's like entering a treasure trove of history and culture. The Vatican museums house some of the most incredible art collections in the world, including masterpieces by Michelangelo, Raphael, and Caravaggio. The Sistine Chapel, with its breathtaking ceiling painted by Michelangelo, is a must-see. It's hard to believe that a place so small can contain such a wealth of artistic genius. People travel from all over the world just to stand beneath that iconic ceiling and marvel at the beauty of it all. You can almost feel the weight of history pressing down on you as you walk through those hallowed halls. Now, let's talk about the Swiss Guard. Yes, you heard that right. The Vatican has its very own military force, and it's made up of the Swiss Guard. These colorful Renaissance-style uniforms may look like something out of a carnival, but don't be fooled. These guards are serious about their job, protecting the Pope and the Vatican. They've been around since the early 16th century and are known for their loyalty and bravery. It's a fascinating blend of tradition and modern security, all in this tiny country that manages to keep its unique identity intact. But what about the everyday life of the people living in Vatican City? It's not all pomp and circumstance. The residents lead relatively quiet lives. Many of them are involved in the church's administration, while others are engaged in various forms of service. There's even a small grocery store and a post office. Can you imagine living in a place where the mailman is also a member of the clergy? It's a unique lifestyle that's hard to find anywhere else in the world. And speaking of uniqueness, let's not overlook the fact that Vatican City has its own postal service, radio station, and even a newspaper. Yes, the Vatican City State has its very own newspaper called the Osservatore Romano, which has been in circulation since 1861. It covers everything from religious news to current events, and it's printed in several languages. It's a reminder that even in the smallest of places, there's a vibrant community and a rich tapestry of life. Now, you might be wondering about the economy of this tiny state. How does a place that small sustain itself? The answer lies in tourism, donations, and investments. Millions of visitors flock to Vatican City each year, eager to see St. Peter's Basilica, the Vatican Museums, and the Sistine Chapel. Entrance fees and donations play a significant role in its economy. Plus, the Vatican has a robust financial portfolio with investments in various sectors. It's a small country, but it's financially savvy. So, next time you hear about Vatican City, remember that it's not just a tiny dot on the map. It's a place rich in history, art, and culture. It's a spiritual center for millions and a testament to the power of faith. Whether you're Catholic, curious, or just someone who loves to explore the world's wonders, Vatican City has something to offer everyone. It's a reminder that sometimes the smallest places can have the biggest impact. So if you ever find yourself in Rome, don't miss the chance to step into this extraordinary little country. You might just find a piece of history waiting for you in its cobblestone streets. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe us to follow the next videos.